I'm saying? Yeah. All right.
And then he drives the car for 9 months and then, like, just fights for his life after that. That's this entire period.
Michael Jordan's lost Ferrari.
Him trying to stay alive. So the car gets saved, the house gets saved, everything around him is burnt literally to foundation.
Damn.
This is the story of the will to win. We have an updated name on Michael Jordan's 512TR, the greatest basketball
That
player
picture is one of the hardest pictures ever.
Time, the famous black car.
Wow.
Very high mileage
Wow.
for today. It was modified at one point. But that photo of Michael Jordan getting out of that car, it's incredible.
So incredible. Oh my God, that's just when you're him. Nah, this is hard. Yo, I always wanted to be in the NBA, bro. What if I was in the NBA, bro?
The greatest story that we've ever told.
He had a black
I call
C5.
myself an
Oh,
automotive storyteller. And
wow.
today, I'm going to have to use notes because this story is too important.
Not gonna happen.
And
Shut
again,
your ass
this
up.
may
I could be in the
the
NBA.
most insane history of a
LeBron
car
will retire
that
from
we've
play. That's
ever
what I'm saying.
chased, that we ever had the opportunity to buy. You know, when we talk about Michael Jordan and you think about Michael Jordan today, the cultural impact of Michael Jordan, millions that
Wow.
have still been touched by him, that are still inspired by his story.
You shouldn't say touched by him in 2025. All right. Let's use better jargon next time. All right. I'm gonna grow up one day. Just today, not that day.
My kids today, at 3 and 5 years old, know who Michael Jordan is. And I believe the reason that the world is inspired today by Michael Jordan is his magic. The magic of Michael Jordan is his will to win.
Yes. Oh, look at that steering wheel. Oh, look at those.
This story takes
Gauges.
so many different turns.
He got on
that
Jordans.
We're going to have to go back in time and start at
He got on
February
He got on Jordans.
1992.
Who does dude think he is with Jordans on? 13s. he think he Jordan. Sorry.
Michael Jordan, at this point, was probably at the height of his career. Many sports experts say that the 1992-1993 Chicago's Bulls team was maybe the greatest NBA team of all time. This is coming after many years of actually not winning championships. I was a 7, 8-year-old boy.
Damn, you
this
old.
Here is my exact Jordan jersey. I've kept it ever since. And
I got one too. I got a Wizards jersey. I was alive when Michael Jordan was still playing in the NBA. He was playing for the Wizards. I got a Wizards jersey. And give it to my son.
Was the peak in many ways.
It's not that clean. I used to wear that shit.
Going on to potentially win 3 championships in a row.
Oh.
And he buys this black Ferrari 512.
I think I have a Julius Erving jersey too.
Here's a ticket. This is so cool to me.
Wow.
This is from the 19.
Fuck, that's cool. Hold on, I'm sorry. That's cool as fuck. Oh my God.
And
I love stuff like that.
He buys this black Ferrari 512TR. Now, here's a ticket. This is so cool to me.
355 GTS on the window.
The 1992 NBA playoff game with Chicago Bulls and the New York Knicks. I believe it was Game 5. It was sometime in May, and this photo has become so iconic of Michael Jordan getting out of his black 512TR.
Bro, look at he just looks like I'm about to go with the baldy, bro. I'm about to get a baldy and shave my beard. What y'all think, chap? The baldy with some grills, and I'm gonna get a tan so I can be dark skinned. This is hard. This is I used to actually have this. Where did I put this picture? I had it somewhere, maybe on my phone or something. That's crazy.
It says M-Air-J on the license plate, and it's
nigga. There's a hole in my Snickers. I'm not eating this shit.
The arena, and then later on, his personal photographer would photograph him at his home, and he owned this black Ferrari 512TR until 1995, and I believe it was October of 1995 where he then sold the car. Now, I have for probably 10 or 12 years been looking for this car, and about 8 years ago, I built an incredible.
Oh my God. Did he find Tyson's Diablo? Vanilla Ice, what, 5-0? Oh, man.
Relationship with a good client of ours, and we always joke.
I don't have enough beard to cut it off. Shut up.
We would discover this car and buy it together. Upon researching this car, listen, this car went dark. It had not been seen publicly. It had not been registered since 2010. And in 2010, it was sold famously at an auction. I believe it sold for like $100,000 or $80,000.
That's
so
it?
Not much at the time. But the car had disappeared. I had chased every direction possible. And during this time, I learned...
Side note, I want to see if I can find my old SC. I'm pretty sure they junked it, but hope's still alive.
The car didn't just have one incredible first owner, but its second owner was just as important, and just as the story is just as great. So if you guys have seen the movie Pursuit of Happiness, it was inspired by Chris Gardner and the life story of Chris Gardner. And Chris Gardner is this incredible figure that was, homeless with his son. And if you haven't seen the movie, you have to see the movie. But at one point, Chris Gardner stumbles upon a red Ferrari and asks the guy what he does for a living. And this is a true story.
Wow.
I believe it was a 308, and he sees this red Ferrari, and the guy says he's a stockbroker. So that moment with that Ferrari inspired Chris Gardner to change his life and make something of himself, go into the financial world. And again, this story of the will to win, this sort of manifestation nature and believing that anything is possible, never ever giving up. And Chris Gardner ends up in 1995, purchases this black Ferrari 512TR
That's so
from
dope.
Michael Jordan. Once he becomes successful, and famously drove this car for many, many years around Chicago. The cute part of the story is there's a great photo.
When a man in a red Ferrari changed my life, I promised myself when I made it, I'll buy a Ferrari. It just so happened I bought one owned by the man himself, Michael Jordan. Damn, that twist. Oh man, TR.
Posted.
It's not a Testarossa, right?
Of
TR.
him with the
512
license plate
TR.
that said not MJ. Fast forward 2010, the car disappears. So if you guys remember and you're fans of the channel, you know that a few years ago, and I don't know the exact date, Sergio will throw some B-roll.
We're probably about to play BMP after this.
Thought that we had found remnants of the car. In our search, I heard a rumor, and we knew the VIN number, we knew the chassis number. In our search, we heard a rumor that the car was with a parts dismantler. This
car's 34 years old,
and
bro.
The parts were being sold online. Now, the guys it was actually Fur Parts, in important brand in the Ferrari world, said they had made a mistake. Somebody had made a mistake. It was not that car. So went down a rabbit hole. It did not work out. And I was actually probably very grateful and happy for that, because that would have been a complete disaster buying what was left of the car.
Damn.
Fast forward, Gabe from our team
Gabe
has a potential lead. And we start talking to this gentleman who's very, I would say, obscure, does not want to send us too many pictures, sends us some teaser photos of what he believes or says is the Michael Jordan 512TR. And
it is Testarossa still.
The
Okay.
excitement over a period of 8 months was incredible.
I guess TR is Testarossa, but I
About
just
a month ago, we finally came to a deal. We had a purchase agreement in place.
No,
and
somebody.
I'll never forget this.
His name was
Sitting
Gabe in the video.
at our sales meeting, and I said, "Oh, you just got a copy of the title? Send me a copy of the title. Let me look at it." And I look at it, and obviously we've been chasing this car for 10 years. I realized right away the VIN was wrong, and it was like getting punched in the stomach. That day, I was incredibly just emotional and depressed. I was almost shocked. Like, how did we just chase this car for 8 months to a year? The owner was not giving us all the information. He promised us this was this car. And I was really let down.
He lied, damn.
At that moment, not to sound too cliche, but the story of the Chicago Bulls, the story of Michael Jordan, the story of like a team coming together. If you've ever seen The Last Dance, you understand the history of the Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls is about relying on your team members. Herschel from our team says, I'm going to find this car. I'm going to help you find this car. And I think, without getting emotional on you guys, I think, that is the beauty of the relationship we have, the passion of
I've actually seen this guy before too.
It's not about the money. It's about the hunt. It's about delivering a dream, and it's about making a dream happen. A dream for myself, a dream for a friend, a dream for the brand. And Herschel made one phone call that led to another phone call, and he's digging with resources and contacts, and we're all and he gets a last name. And we immediately start Googling this last name, and a bunch of phone numbers come up, and we just start calling them. I'm like, here, try this one. Here, try this one. Here, try this one. Most of the phone numbers are dead. The landline is dead. We're not getting anywhere. And on the last number, it actually rings, and no one picks up. He leaves a message. He sends a text message, and within 20-30 minutes, he gets a phone call back. And the phone call back is from a sweet lady. She informs him that her husband, actually, they do have the car.
Oh shit.
She purchased the car, and we were honest. We told her the story, and we said, listen, we feel like we were either getting scammed or, maybe someone was misled, and we're in this situation, and man, what an incredible opportunity.
No. Yeah, she's like, we haven't thought about selling. We just parked away. It's in the same exact condition it was in. She's like, okay, well, let me speak to him, and we'll give you a call back. I'll let you know. I'm not too sure myself. I'll fly out there. We'll fly out there. Yeah.
Nah.
Bro, we're getting. What do you think?
Within a few days, Herschel was on the plane.
I think this dude has a career GT.
Sergio to California. As you guys know, I mean, obviously this video is about the car. We ended up purchasing the car. And I think this next part of the story is just so special because it wasn't just the will to win of the first owner or the second owner, but the third owner's story. I don't think I've heard of a car with such a great story, so much will, faith, hope in one story with these 3 consecutive owners. So I can't wait to share this car with you guys. It's the first time the car's been seen in probably 15 years publicly.
Oh shit!
Good morning and welcome.
What did we react to? A bunch of dumb drivers and shit.
Just landed in LA, picking up the rental car. I'm gonna see what Herschel has in store for us. I have no idea.
Neither do I. I have no idea what we're doing.
This is like exciting. I don't know. This is kind of cool. I like this kind of shit. Chat, did you ever watch Beef on Netflix?
Flatbed's there. Cool. Yeah, looks like everything's rolling up the way it should. Yep.
We already watched that.
And remember, no photos until next week.
Listen, even shit I should post, I forget to post. So you
I saw that. I
don't have
fucked
to
with it
worry
so
about
hard.
me.
It was a good show.
Oh wow.
Really good, actually. Like, what?
I've kept it under lock and key.
Ooh, look at them swirls. God, damn. Look at the goddamn swirls.
Years. When I first got them, before I came down with cancer.
What did he say? Wow.
15 years. When I first got them, before I came down with cancer.
Oh,
I
damn.
would take the cars out. My wife would be by around 12 midnight every night.
Mhm.
I'd give them a run. You gotta understand what we've been through up here. We've been through
I could not believe it. What's wild is you'll have 2 houses.
Damn. They're still burnt.
Not even like smoke damage, and then 3 houses completely burnt to the ground.
Damn.
When I made that turn and saw that the cars were here, of course that's symbols.
Yeah.
And then my house was here.
Yeah. We don't have a ton of.
This little
expectations
dramatic
on
ass
this.
music.
I know what we're getting into. This is being a fun project. To bring this back to life, that's part of the fun for us. This car needs some love, and to give it the love, and to bring it back to its former glory.
I'll be quite honest.
Why are you embarrassed? No, it's
But you know
sad.
what? I was fighting for my life.
You're standing here, exactly. Don't be embarrassed. You're an inspiration.
I don't know why they put these wheels on here.
But see, this when you get it done, I might want to drive around the block.
I promise you. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be.
I'm gonna lie, I ain't letting him drive that shit if I cop it.
The car back from Italy.
Don't swirl in that little gray area before the client takes it. You get rid of it.
I would love. I promise
would
you.
love that this come out.
I promise you. Every couple of months, I'll send you a progress on this car.
We're not doing a giveaway. We won.
The Jordan thing is great, but your story is really the important thing. Yeah,
You think that story's so great.
it's amazing.
but that's
Yeah, but you're standing here
Yeah.
15 years later.
Yeah,
That's a story.
That's hard. That's hard.
And when you're done, you're gonna drive.
I love the 599 too. I like a 599 GTO.
You have my word.
Love a good 599 DTO. GTO. I said DTO.
Buys the car.
Damn.
Brings it home, enjoys it for about 9 months, and then is told that he has a very rare bone cancer, and
Damn.
they give him just a few years to live. And that's in 2000.
Is that it? That is it because it has the plate on it.
He's
Damn,
now
that shit looks
his life
glossy.
for the last
Yo.
15 years. He's a little bit older. He feels it's a young man's game to get the car restored and back to running. To me, that's the story. To me, that's That's the inspiration.
Wow, that is disgusting.
That this car.
I used to think I liked the regular Testarossa, like the older one, more, but I think I'm feeling this 512 TR.
That he had, and now he's kind of passing it on to another buyer who's been looking.
Have you seen DDE's 599? He has a 599. I thought he had a F12.
Holy shit, dude! What? That was great, bro. These were two of the nicest people you will ever meet in your life. He drives the car for 9 months and then like just fights for his life after that. That's this entire period for the last 15 years is him trying to stay alive. He's just like this positive, happy, warm guy. He's got this huge house, right? An older home, but really nice house. And every neighbor around him is burnt to the ground.
And they just stay like that?
So like his house is like this miracle dome, like it gets protected. And the car was sitting outside for the fires, and the car's fine. So the car gets saved, the house gets saved, everything around him is burnt, literally to foundations. Incredible story.
They didn't tell the story like that before. I didn't know it was like that.
And like,
his arms are short as fuck. You know what? I gotta stop making observations. That's bad.
And everything that was more important to him than anything, John. And it was sincere. Really
wow.
Wonderful, you know?
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Wow.
That's hard. That's hard. The reveal.
This story is just beginning. You know, the car has been, you know, it's survived this incredible, you know, natural disaster. It's survived the last 15 years. And now I think it's our responsibility to send it back to Italy, send it back to its birthplace. And restore the car back.
Oh, I thought, nigga,
I'm hoping that we're going to be able to share this car with the world,
that's the
share the process with everyone, and I'm truly honored.
I wonder if I can fit in that shit. Look at this watch, great watch.
And this story
makes nigga Grand Theft Auto Vice City facts.
Because we're now in the process of reaching out to former teammates. We're definitely going to reach out to Chris Gardner. We even have a call into Michael Jordan's family. And we are reaching out to, as well, the famous photographer who recently
took the pictures of the original
near here.
Wow,
Jordan's personal photographer for many years. So
that's fire, bro.
More content coming, and thank you guys
so
much for sharing your passion with us and
that's
allowing
dope.
Us to share our love with you guys.
That's dope. That was dope. All right. What's next, chat?